All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to connect GPT to WhatsApp in only a few minutes. And the best part is you don't even need to know a single line of code. I'm sure you're having fun creating all of these amazing new GPTs, but at the end of the day, they're still stuck on the ChatGPT site. Now, the craziest part is there's over 2 billion active users on WhatsApp. So as soon as you know how to connect your custom GPT with your WhatsApp, now you can actually help your clients with lead gen, customer support, the sales process, appointment setting, and so much more. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to use one of my favorite tools called Chatbase. I'm about to show you exactly how to get this up and running in just a few minutes. All you have to do is upload your prompt, your knowledge base, maybe make some tweaks in the settings, and you'll be good to go. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so come over to Chatbase, build your agent, no credit card required. So once you sign up with Chatbase, you can create a new agent. And here is where you can upload your knowledge base. And by uploading your knowledge base and everything, that's going to immediately prompt it directly to the data sources. So for our data sources, you can also add text. So you can just write out the prompt, a website, which would be great for businesses, especially if there's like tons of information on the website or they have a super SEO optimized site, like a lot of these local businesses or e-commerce stores. This is not a bad option, but I mean, I personally would rather just do a file because that way it'll answer the questions exactly how your business wants you to. You can do Q&As. This is also fantastic for obvious reasons, like e-commerce stores, software companies, their websites. How many times have you been on a website and you see the Q&A and they seem to have all the answers? You can also do it based on Q&As. So you can add all this information into the data source and it's going to be ready to communicate in the best way possible to your customers. Really just think about how valuable this is for the sales process. Like imagine if you upload a ton of sales information in here or information about the product and commonly asked questions, and now it's going to know everything. So you don't need a virtual assistant anymore. Just use the AI. You can also use Notion, which is pretty cool. But for now, let's just do plain text. That's going to be the simplest. So let's just say we're building this chatbot for a company named Jimbo's Barbecue and Foot Massage. So this business is called Jimbo's Barbecue and Foot Massage. We're going to help them get more customers with our custom AI agent. Mission statement: Jimbo's Barbecue and Foot Massage is dedicated to delivering mouth-watering Southern-style barbecue and unbeatable relaxation. I mean, if that doesn't sound good, then I don't know what does. We have the payment methods taken. So if anybody says, hey, like what methods of payment do you guys take? Answered. We got the open hours. We have all this information. Services offered. This is a huge one. So when people ask, what do you guys offer? What do you do? The AI is going to know exactly what we got going on over at Jimbo's. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to copy and paste the whole document. Barbecue and foot massage. And we're going to go into the text and just paste it. And so just click add text snippet. Titles required. Jimbo's BBQ. All right, so now you just want to make sure you hit add text snippet at the bottom. So that way it adds as text source and click create agent. Your chatbot is trained and ready. All right, nice. So now we're at playground. Okay, so let's just ask what services do you offer? And here you can test. Here you can test and just make sure that it works. What services do you offer? At Jimbo's Barbecue and Foot Massage, we offer a unique combination of delicious barbecue and relaxing foot massage services. Okay. Smoked brisket and a foot massage. Group packages, parties, reunions, or corporate events. Smoke and soak. Grill and chill date night. Chilling with Dylan. Barbecue for two with side-by-side foot massages. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's ask, what are your openings? If you need any further information or wish to make a reservation, just let me know, okay? Awesome. So when creating a GPT agent, there's two main components: the knowledge base and your custom persona prompts or instructions. So right now we're in Playground. Let's go to settings and click AI. So here there's instructions, and this is where you can paste your custom prompt. All right, so here's our prompt. You have the privilege of being Jimbo's Barbecue and Foot Massage Concierge. So anytime you're doing these promptings, you want to follow the best practices when training the prompt. So what that is the role. You want to give a description of the role. And obviously ChatGPT will help you do this. Don't try to think about this. Everyone acts like, oh, you need to know how to prompt. It's like, okay, just use ChatGPT to prompt. Good to go. Role. So you obviously need to tell what your role is. Who are you? Who are you being? This is the persona part. Task. What's your task? Greet the guest warmly, right? So if you said greet the guest rudely, then it's going to be rude, which is pretty funny. Gather detail info. Offer personalized recommendations. This is where you can really customize and make sure it's like lifelike. Then you want to give it specifics and guidelines. So check availability. If a perfect fit isn't obvious, offer to create a custom combo. Speak friendly. You're going to have to obviously think about all the different things you want. But again, ask ChatGPT to help you walk through this and create it. Examples. So you want to give examples of, hey, I got off a long shift. My feet are killing me and haven't eaten since noon. you've come to the right place. I'd recommend our Feast and Feet combo. You get a generous plate of smoked brisket, mac and cheese, and cornbread, followed by a 30-minute deep relief foot massage. It's the perfect 1-2 punch for hunger and tired feet. I mean, that's incredible. The notes, and then you want to just add some notes like prioritize this, be solution oriented, encourage repeat visits, loyalty perks, referrals, ensure safety and hygiene mentions. This is where you can really get detailed. So now we'll copy and paste this and bring it over into Chatbase. Let's remove the prompt they have here. Just copy and paste. Bam. The barbecue foot massage is ready to go. So now let's save, and the changes are saved. For tutorial's sake, I'm just going to use GPT 4.0 mini, but you can connect this to GPTs, Gemini, Claude, Grok. But for now, let's just keep it nice and easy. They have a temperature bar, so you can actually move this to the left or right based on how creative you want it to be. Now, the results I've seen with putting it all the way to creative are pretty impressive, but I would say like just keep it here at reserved, and then you can kind of move it up and test it on your own if you want to, but I wouldn't go and just like go creative because it'll actually get really creative. The problem is you're still relying on GPT. It tends to hallucinate a little bit more. So I would just keep it down at reserved. If your business is like a service business, you only offer these things and it's a very rigid business with rigid offerings, then I would just keep it as reserved. But if it's something like creative writing or copywriting, if you want to keep things more creative and loose, you don't really care as much, just move it over to creative. But you can test that for yourself. So you can just save this. And then you can go over to chat interface. So the chat interface is where you can put your display name, the initial messages, hi, what can I help you with? The suggested messages. For example, let's add like, what are your services? Can I order the brisket before or after my foot massage? So as you can see, it populates over here on the right, and you can give it a display name. So we'll just call it Jimbo. Okay, so Jimbo is asking, hi, what can I help you with? Thanks, Jimbo. And then you can just make sure you save. Otherwise, obviously the changes won't save. You have to do it all over again. And you can also change the style, profile picture, so you can put your logo. There's a lot of customizability, which is pretty awesome considering that normally it would take developers, UI, and a lot of time. So everything's all built in right here for you, which is super easy. There's also webhooks down here where if you guys don't know what webhooks are, if you want to collect like first name, last name, email, all it is they're just fields. So you can actually put them into the chat, and then you can make sure that they get connected to your CRM, which is awesome. And then if you go up to activity, you can also look at the chat logs. So this is really good because you can check on obviously how many different people are contacting your business, what the responses are like. And guys, if you're implementing this into your business like now, make sure that you're looking at the chats, please, because yes, it is AI. It does a fantastic job, but with GPT or no matter what you're using, make sure that you're observing and making tweaks as you go, because you don't want them going astray and saying all kinds of random shit to your customers. This is awesome because if someone says like, hey, I asked for this, or if there's any problems or stipulations, you can have it all taken care of right here. And all you have to do is just look through the chats. And at any time, if you want to retrain your assistant, all you have to do is upload a new file or a text, just select this and click retrain agent, and then it'll completely retrain based on whatever you uploaded. So it's super simple. And the most important feature, which is why all of you guys are watching this video, is deploy. Now, if you click on embed, it says this agent is private. To share the agent, you must change its visibility to public. So the embed is more for like your website. You can just embed it onto like a chatbot. So before we start, I need you to understand the WhatsApp phone number integrated with the chatbot can only be used by the chatbot and can't be used on WhatsApp or WhatsApp business. So if you already use the phone number with WhatsApp, you must delete your account in the app first. So this is where you'll get a different number. You'll keep your account, but you'll get a different number for your business needs. So normally we'll use something like Twilio or these other services, but the problem is there's too many compliance checks. So how do we get around that? One of the only numbers that I've used with this is Google Voice, but there's also something else called Mormons. And there's a bunch of other tools as well, but you just want to be able to have the number.
The process is extremely smooth going through your Facebook profile. Just click continue until you get to this page where you connect Chatbase to your WhatsApp and allow account access. Go through the steps to create the WhatsApp business account, and then you'll land on this page where it says get a free WhatsApp number or add a new or existing number. If you click on get a free WhatsApp number, it will whitelist your current number. The only problem is you can only have one number per WhatsApp. And the next page is where you'll add that number here. A riskier play is to use a temporary number service. If this is truly your business number, it's much easier to just buy a burner phone for $100 and buy a phone plan, because it'll end up being roughly the same amount as a virtual number. But I will have links to several services for you to try in the description of this video.
So after you put your number in, it's going to give you a verification code, and then it's going to take you to review Chatbase's access request. It's going to bring you to this page. All you're going to do is click continue, and it'll say you're now ready to chat with people on WhatsApp, which is fantastic. Now, very important, guys, on this page, it's going to ask you to add a payment method. Just add the payment method so that way it'll actually work. Otherwise, it won't work. So now if you go back to Chatbase, you'll see the connected phone numbers, and the status will be checked. So now you're good to go. It's connected. I'm going to test this out in real time for you guys. Let's see. I'm going to say, what are your services? What are your services? And sometimes it takes a second. Okay. And it responded. Cool. Welcome to Jimbo's. We offer a unique blend of delicious Southern barbecue. Okay, cool. It's got everything else on here. Let's see. What else should I ask it? I'm going to say, awesome. When are you open until? Yeah, I think that sounds like a pretty human thing to say. So when are you open until? Let's see what it says. We're open until 10 p.m. on weekdays. Okay, great. Are you thinking of coming in soon? Let's say, yes, I am. Fantastic. Are you looking to dine, get a foot massage or both? Okay, so awesome. Let's make your experience unforgettable. Okay, cool. Hopefully it is unforgettable. So that's how you very easily integrate your custom GPT with WhatsApp. I'll be making some more videos about different deployments and integrations with different CRMs, go high level, and a bunch more GPT integrations with things like Instagram and the rest that you can also do on this software. If you want to check out chatbase.co, I have it linked down in the description, as well as the other softwares that I used in this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one.